There's not much love for Benjamin Netanyahu at the moment here because he's partially blamed for some of the problems that seem to have been exposed by the attack.
Tell me, George, get us up to date if you would. What have been the key developments today?
Well, right now I'm currently in Tel Aviv, and there's a series of sort of rocket attacks and air raid sirens that have been happening in central Israel in the past hour. Meanwhile, Gaza remains under bombardment by the IDF. They're trying to sort of lay the groundwork, probably for a ground invasion that we're expecting pretty imminently. They've called up 360,000 reservists as part of that effort. We've also seen increased tensions on the northern border with Lebanon. I mean, there are fears that Hezbollah, which is obviously separate to Hamas, which has launched the initial attack in Gaza Strip, could join the war if the bombardment of Gaza continues. And obviously, they're under pressure from Iran to sort of relieve that pressure in the south.
What are the chances then, George, of some sort of corridor opening up to allow some of those kettled up in Gaza to get out and maybe some aid to get in?
Well, we've seen a flurry of diplomatic activity, primarily from the US. So Anthony Blinken, the Secretary of State, has done a sort of tour of the Middle East. He's back in Israel now. At the end of that, I think he has been to 6 countries or something like that. And it's this desperate push, isn't it, really, to sort of open that border in southern Gaza with Egypt to allow civilians and particularly foreign nationals. I think that's what those foreign governments are trying to sort of lobby for, to get out.
And for your money, George, does the expected arrival of President Biden there in the next very few days, does that count for you as a potentially significant moment?
I think for Israelis, it will certainly be strong. I mean, speaking to Israelis today, I mean, they were talking about, there's not much love for Benjamin Netanyahu at the moment here because, he's partially blamed for some of the problems that seem to have been exposed by the attack. But Biden's sort of strong message of support really has been sort of recognized, and he spent time sort of speaking to the victims of the massacres at the kibbutzim in the south. So, A, it's a message of support, but B, perhaps there could be some sort of tangible diplomatic breakthrough.
Okay, George Grylls there, the Times correspondent, live from Tel Aviv.